Hi everyone, this is Agnes, as you know, and this is part 3 of your course, How to Receive a Loving and Meaningful Relationship. So today what we're going to do is do some scripting, okay? This is going to be general scripting for the self in this part, in this video. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to share with you a script that I wrote some time ago before it had even hatched, okay? This is a general one for the self. It was for me. It has hatched, so I can show you what I wrote. I'm going to share it with you. So it gives you a bit of an idea how scripting works and also the results that did come about. So what I started with was, I'm happy and grateful now that. And then I wrote, I go from Sydney to London whenever I choose. I see my friends, I see my mum, and I see my partner. It feels so good to see all the people that I love. I feel so much freedom and I feel so much joy spending time with them. Okay, so that was the first part. Then I went on to say, I live in a beautiful home in Sydney, close to the beach and the water. And friends can come and we have fun, we have dinners, we have laughs, we listen to music, and we enjoy each other's company. I also live in London. I have a lovely, warm, bright, modern unit in a suburb that has lots of trees and lots of nature close to parks. And it has lovely timber floorboards. It's light and bright, and it has simple, practical furniture. I love both places, and I work fully from home as a writer of manifesting books. I do radio shows, and I coach people face-to-face on Skype or Zoom, and I also make, at this stage, I'd written $2,000 a week, and I work 4 days per week only. Now, I also wrote at this time, I also do decluttering and organizing of people's homes in Sydney and London. Now, I did start doing that, but then this became more, it just took off. So I let go of doing that because this was more important to me. So that did come true, but I made a choice after a period of time to let that go. So then I've gone into the health area. I am the healthiest I've ever been, and I do yoga, meditation, and I read daily as well and listen to YouTubes. I have regular haircuts, and I take care of myself with massages at least once or twice a month. I travel to all my favorite places, including Canada to see my brother, and he was there at the time, and I did go and visit him. France to see my family, and I've been there at least 3 or 4 times since I wrote this. And I've written also, I go to Uluru to have dinner at the lovely open air restaurant with the white tablecloths. And as many of you know, I just shared that I have been to Uluru in January 2019. Okay, so that gives you a little bit of an idea of how to write a script. So it's a general script, this particular one, about you. In the next part, we will write a relationship-specific one. But for this part only, this is about you, your self-love, and to have a well-rounded life so that you keep all this going while you're looking to manifest this wonderful relationship with someone, okay? People that have lives, people that have desires, hobbies, that improve their health, that travel, that do whatever it is that you enjoy hobby-wise. People are emotionally more attractive when they have all these other parts of their lives operating, that they're involved in it, that they enjoy it, and that they continue to do these things for themselves. Because I hear over and over again from many people, when they get into a relationship or they have a relationship with someone that becomes too important to them, they stop doing all the things in their own lives. And what happens is then you become less attractive to that person. Okay? So it is one of the things that really makes you emotionally attractive to someone, because it's not just physical attraction, it's about being emotionally attractive too and having a wonderful life. Okay? So try to write your script in different parts. So as a little table of contents, what you can do is you can write health, you can write money or finances, you can write hobbies and interests, you can write places I'd like to travel to, you can write job, what I'd like to be doing. And so you have these categories that you work through, okay? And at the top, you start with, I'm happy and grateful now that, because what you want to do is write it in present tense. That presupposes that it's happening, and that emits out from you, and then the factors or the coordinates or the experiences or the people, whatever it is that needs to happen to bring this to you, can start to assemble itself, okay? So this is how you start your script. What you can do is you can do a little bit. You can't usually do this all in one hit, because more things will start to come to you over time, okay? So work on it over, say, a week, and start with one area. Start with the health or the finances or the job, and start to think about it in more detail. So let's say for the work area, think about whether you prefer to work at home or alone or with people or close to home. Think about whether you prefer to work in the mornings. Think about whether you prefer to work late afternoon into the evening. Think about whether you like being in a quiet environment or you like being in an environment that's busy and dynamic and has music, or whether you like being in an office environment that's got beautiful furniture and you've got a lovely view. Whatever it is, think of the components that you would really love that would make your working environment really, really wonderful, okay? So what we're doing here is we're building lots of pieces of you so that you become a good catch, so to speak, or so that you become wonderful to be around, whether it's with a relative or a specific person or an ex, that you have your own life and that you keep that going, okay? Keeping going your own life is extremely important if you're going to have good relationships with people, because you're not revolving your whole life around them. And that's one of the big mistakes that people make in relationships. And then that person becomes too important to you, and they don't want that. They want you to have a wonderful life so that you can be two parts to each other. They're a part of your life and you're a part of their life. That's how we have wonderful relationships, is when we bring the joy of our own lives, all the things we're doing that make us feel good, to that relationship. Okay, so spend a bit of time on this. Things may come to you through the week. You may forget somewhere that you've always wanted to travel, and you've gone past a travel agent and you've seen, you know, that you've always wanted to go to Morocco, and you saw the beautiful architecture and the homewares and the lanterns and the candles and all that stuff. And you go, okay, I forgot to add Morocco to my list. So you add that to your list. So as the week goes by, keep asking yourself, what else do I want? What else do I want around my health, around money, around my job, around traveling, around maybe the car that I want to drive. Maybe it's about just being more calm and at peace and less stress. So it might be those kind of things too, character things. Okay, you might be someone who has a lot of anxiety or a lot of fears. Say to yourself, okay, I want to be someone who has more calmness and peace within myself. So that's part of your mental and emotional section. You can add that in as a section as well. I'm mentally more calm. I feel more relaxed. I react less to people. I'm more able to focus. My concentration improves. I've learned that other language. I'm learning it. And I'm cooking food from that country. And that's helping me to think about going and traveling there. So you can bring certain parts together, okay? So that gives you a little bit of an idea of how to do your script. I also want to read you a last little bit here that I had added to my script. Now, my scripts at the time, I wasn't looking after myself that well, so I had written down as part of my little health section, I cook healthy food and I bake lovely meals, and I love my gas stove and my oven. It's just the way I've always wanted it, because I'd always had electric stoves, but I much prefer gas so you can see the flame. That was a very simple thing, but that was something I really wanted. And then I did another section about I love. So you can write I love statements. I love my mom. I love my work. I love my freedom. I love the money that I have. I love my partner. I love my ability to create. I love Neville Goddard's teachings. I love books. I love YouTube. I love learning on YouTube. I love my life, and I love my coaching clients. Okay, so that was a little extra bit that I wrote, and you can do the I love for each section. I love that I'm the weight that I want to be. I love that I've got clear skin. I love that I feel good about myself. I love that I feel better and better every day. I love that I've got a sparkle in my eye. I love that my hair's getting thicker, because I know some of you have said that you've got some hair loss or your hair's thinning or whatever it is. Add those things in, even if it's little things that you think, oh, that's not really that important, but it's important to you. So add those things in and make it so it's very, very personally tailored to you. So your intention setting, okay? So at the top, I'm happy and grateful now that, and in each section you can write, I now intend, if you like, and use those words, to spend more time with my children, to spend more time walking in nature and walking my dog. It's good for the dog, it's good for me, and we spend time together and I'm looking after it, whatever it is, okay? So you can include, obviously, pets. It's not just about people, it's not just about things, but it can include animals, it can include nieces and nephews, it can include elderly parents, it can include, you know, all sorts of wonderful things that mean something to you. So that's it. Lots of love. You can also get yourself, this book is really old and full of bits and pieces that I've written over the years, and it has still a book that I refer back to. And the scripting is really good to read before you go to bed. Read it through twice, take it into sleep with you, and just start to live from the solution. You're living from it, as Neville says. You're not thinking of what you want, you're living from it. Scripting is a living from it exercise. All right? So enjoy your scripting, craft it over some time, tweak it, improve it, add to it, and lots of love, everyone, on your journey to creating your desire. And I will see you in the next section of this course.